Wow, I love the Amazing Digital Circus, but I sleep so poorly at night. If only I had an amazing digital plush to watch me while I sleep every moment. Aha! There's a Pomni plush. I will obtain it. Whee! What? Okay, so Pomni has escaped through the miracle of flight. That is okay with me because I have recently gained a new skill, making plushes. I am considered a master in this craft. Just kidding, I am bad at making plushes. Instead, I'm gonna get the services of an expert, my mom. We will be making 4 plushes in this video, starting with Bubble, then Gangle, then Jax, then Pomni. First up, Bubble. We started with some purple fabric. Technically, Bubble is see-through, but like, how would I get fabric that's see-through? Also, that would be a pretty bad plush. You would be able to see it, you know? So yeah, purple fabric. Step 1, cut out 2 circles. We used these kitchen plates as templates because they are circular. Next, I pulled out my old sewing machine and taught my mom how to use it. Just kidding, I made her learn it on her own. That ain't my problem. First thing to sew is the mouth, adding on a big white piece to the front and then sewing on tooth line. We then sewed both pieces together, inside out. This way, we can flip it outside out when we're stuffing it. So anyway, then I got to stuffing it. I will need to obtain stuffing. There! A sheep! Get it! We caught the sheep. Look, its insides are stuffing. Perfection. We stuffed the bubble, turning it inside out. That's not circular. You know, I'm not sure the stuffing worked quite right. I brought this back to my mom and told her that the work was simply unacceptable. I'm not paying you to give me this. Do it again. Ah! Whee! She got back to work and sewed a much better bubble. Using experience from the first, the teeth and circles fit together a lot better. Now, when we stuff it, it will be a perfect sphere. You know what? It's still bubble looking. I like it. Its eyes are some buttons we found. That finishes off Bubble. In the Amazing Digital Circus, Bubble gets killed by Kane a lot. Ow! You parasite! So I will have to kill this plush too. The method of execution I've chosen is fire. I got my flamethrower. Yes, I have a flamethrower. It's not that hard. You should all get one. I built a small platform for Bubble out of these bricks I found, and then got some sticks for kindling. Then I stuck Bubble on top. Alright, now I just need to activate the flamethrower. 3, 2, 1, now! Huh, what's wrong with it? Let me fix it. I fixed it. 3, 2, 1, burn! Sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed something there. I didn't burn Bubble. I pulled a little switcheroo on you. While you weren't paying attention, I snuck into the shot and switched out the good Bubble for the bad Bubble I threw away earlier. This good Bubble will be kept. I did want these plushes after all. I don't really want to destroy them. Oh, except for that one. Next up is Gangle. This sad sack looks like a mask with ribbons for arms, body, and legs. We're gonna make Gangle out of 2 parts, the mask head and the ribbon body. We will not be making her arms or legs because that would be hard. We do these things not because they are right, but because
they are easy.
We started with the head. First, we cut out 2 maskish shapes out of white fabric. Then we sewed on eyes and a mouth. Looks like Gangle. Sort of. Next, we sewed the 2 parts together inside out, and then turned it outside out as we stuffed it. That finishes the mask. It's, slightly lopsided. Just slightly bigger on one side. Moving on, we'll make the ribbon out of a single long piece of fabric. By sewing it on itself, we get a cylinder. Then we'll run a wire up the length of the fabric and sew on the ends. This gives us the really long ribbon that I composed using the wire inside. Finally, we attached the 2 parts together. This was done using sewing and a lot of super glue. You could say an unhealthy amount. That finishes off Gangle. Yeah, I'm still not doing arms or legs. Thanks to this wire I put in, Gangle is fully posable, so long as, this is the pose that you want. Okay, the next character is Jax. Jax is a rabbit, like Big Chungus, except Jax is proportioned like a stick. Look at him, no rabbit is this thin. What kind of diet is he on? Carrot leaves? We'll be making Jax in 2 parts, his head and his body, like Gangle. To make his head, we cut out a piece of fabric, leaving 2 parts for his ears, and then did it again for the back of his head. Why is Jax purple? Was he once a white rabbit from, I don't know. Are white rabbits real? Maybe all rabbits are purple.
That rabbit is not real.
What was I saying? Anyway, next we sewed on some yellow fabric to make Jax's eyes and his winning smile. That's a face that could melt anyone's heart, because he's also got a flamethrower. How did he get that? After sewing both sides together, we can stuff that head and keep it for later. Now we need his body, because at the moment, Jax looks like a purple Angry Bird. Jax is wearing pink overalls, so we'll make his body out of both pink and purple. We cut out 4 parts, 2 shoulder parts and 2 shirt parts. This is definitely a pretty complicated plush, but I think I can figure it out. And by I mean my mom, because she's still doing it. We sewed all 4 parts together to get his body before stuffing it. We added yellow bits for his shoes and gloves, along with some pink straps and buttons to make his shirt look better. A rectangle of pink fabric makes his chest pocket. Alright, that finishes off Jax. This is better than the real plush, right? I'll pay you $100 if you say it is.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
With Jax finished, it was time to send him to his natural habitat, outside. Everyone knows rabbits live in beautiful houses built out in the woods. Just kidding, rabbits live in holes. So I dug a little hole and threw him in. Bye, Jax. Time to make the final plush for this video. Pomni. I found this actual Pomni plush, so we need to beat this in terms of quality. After all, if ours isn't better than this, then there was no reason to make this video, and it was all a waste, and everything we did was for nothing. So with that positive thought in mind, let's get started. First off, Pomni's head, a white blob like bubble for a head with eyes, cheeks, and mouth sewn on, gets her started. Using a marker, we drew on some eye details, adding in those weird blue and red triangles along with some eyelashes. A few bits of black material made her hair strands. Right now though, she is looking a little bit like Lex Luthor, or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or an actual rock in that she is bald. We will cover up her hair loss using a hat. The jester hat is a very complicated design. It's not like a cube where you can just sew it out of a bunch of squares, right? So it turns out you can make a jester hat out of a bunch of triangles, so we did that. However, it's still not easy to put together, requiring a lot of sewing and a lot of gluing. After getting it all together, we used a band of yellow fabric to hide the high quality connection. We finished off with some pom-poms that are a little bit smaller than they should be. I couldn't find any big ones. I'll make them bigger using digital effects. Woo! Okay, now Pomni joins the ranks of plush heads, like the other 3 I made before. Like all of them, Pomni needs a body. Okay, not Bubble, but like Jax and Gangle, Pomni needs a body. Her body is even more complicated than her head. It includes 4 limbs, 4 bauble circle things, her actual torso, 2 hands, and 2 feet. Lots of pieces of fabric were cut out. Honestly, I don't even know how my mom figured out what she needed. I think she did some rocket science or something. She tried explaining it, but the knowledge entered through one ear and evaporated, coming out as steam or something. We assembled all the fabric pieces together and sewed it all as one piece. You may notice that some of the joins are not very good looking. Luckily, we have a solution, hiding it behind more yellow fabric. Adding some pom-poms and some more yellow triangles finishes off the body. Using dark magic and the power of Christ, I combined the head and body to finish off Pomni. Look at this plush, so lovable, so existential, so fearful.
It's beautiful.
Time to compare it to the real plush. Look at this one and look at the original. Clearly, one of them is superior. Honestly, I thought ours would be worse. I think our one might be better than the original. What do you guys think? Comment below. Anyway, that's all the plushes we're making in this video. Subscribe to see if we make the other characters, like Kane. Thanks to my mum for making the plushes and my members for supporting the channel. Become a member to give my mum money. Just kidding, I will be taking all of it.